So we're in a little township called Skinningrove, and this was also a mining town. And there's a hilltop here, and if you look and follow the route, you'll see where a train track come down here, cross a bridge, and then right away along to the jetty or pier where the coal from Skinningrove mine would be loaded onto ships. And from here it was then sailed right away around to Teesport and even further afield right into Durham by rail. And Skinningrove was one of the first places where the iron ore was found and mined. This is where the railway would have crossed this path we're crossing now. And it hasn't been in use for many years. But I want to show you this beach, which is hidden. A lot of people haven't come down to this beach, and I think it's one of the best beaches along the northeast coast. Only small. You can bring your dog, it's dog friendly. There's the fan house right up on top of the hill there, where I took you the other day. There it is there. And on a hot summer's day, for 2 hours, we're in the British summertime weather. This is a little haven, secluded from the wind and everywhere else. So Skinningrove's just located along the coast from Saltburn. There's the fan house up there, and that is part of the Cleveland Way. If you follow this cliff along, there's a entrance down onto the beach, a footpath if you're feeling energetic, which is just there, and that brings you right down onto this beach. Alternatively, you can come in from the village itself where there's ample parking. The only people down here now, and I know it's October, are the dog walkers now. I've always found this beach to be extremely clean no matter what time of the year. What you will find around the northeast coast is the remains of World War II. These pillar boxes were dotted all the way along the northeast coast, manned by soldiers, obviously waiting for the intention of an attack from the eastern side, bearing in mind that our allies were right across them waters. And if we want to go right back to the Ice Age, there was no water here. This was known as Doggerland. And if you were a dinosaur, and I know there's still some people out there who are, but in the Jurassic Age, you could walk from this beach here all the way across to Norway, and it was just all arable land. And some of them features have been exposed over recent years, going right away along the northeast coast. Even sandbanks have submerged not too far off the eastern coast where the evidence has been there. These cliffs are vast eroding. I remember as a child in the town called Whitby, which is around 20 miles away from here. We used to walk from the cliff edge with my parents right away up to the lighthouse, which was probably only a field's length, but as kids it seemed like 20 football pitches, and then walk around the lighthouse, which is situated between Robinhood's Bay and Whitby. The last time I was there, the lighthouse is now on the cliff edge, and it'll only be another 50 years ago or so before they'll have to consider making it redundant or moving it back. But as you can see here, the water's cutting its channels into the soil and the shale, and then we have landslips like this, which is quite renowned along this area of the coast. Who used to come to the beach and find the shiniest pebbles and the colourful ones to take home for your parents? Does anyone know what this is? I know the coastline's famous for its jet, black jet. Or is it coal? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it does have a very kind of granite shimmering look to it. But what are these layers here? That to me looks like jet, which is known in this area as Whitby jet. Or is it the equivalent of fool's gold and it's only coal? There's a seam running right away down in layers, and you're probably talking thousands of years between each layer. Regarding the erosion of the coast, this is just all the mud from the cliff, and it looks like it's just eating its way onto the beach, like you would see when there's a volcano eruption and the lava flows down the hills, and it just suddenly creeps onto a surface area and then gobbles it up.